Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. So my name's Debbie if you don't know me, and today's video I'm super excited for because I'm going to be doing a first impression slash little eye look with one of my favourite brands palettes. So this is the long awaited Pastel Tribe palette. So if you don't know, this palette has been very long awaited. It was a pre-order probably beginning of June, I think. I can't even remember how long ago now. And Salma, the owner, has kept everybody informed via Instagram of the issues that she's had, but one of the shades didn't come out as expected, so it caused a delay to the production of the palette. So as a result, the palette should have dropped, I think, July, and it was August by the time we got it. But it's here now and it's absolutely beautiful. I've had it probably about 10 days, but because of my little bereavement in our house, we lost one of our kitty cats. I've not really been feeling the vibe of filming, so today I'm feeling so much better and I just really wanted to film with this palette and show you what it's all about. So the packaging has got a slip case, and then when you open it, it's exactly the same inside, and it's just stunning. Like the artwork on the front, the face is just beautiful. It's limited edition, this one. It's got a mirror, which they don't always have, and that's the gorgeous pastel shades inside. And you've got four shimmer shades. You've got 4 shimmer shades in here. So these two are shimmers, that's a shimmer, and then the goldy sort of, it's like a rose goldy sort of colour. On the back it basically says it's a special gold shade, so definitely going to try that one just to see what's so special about it. And I'm feeling kind of going in sort of the more reds and orange zones today. I've done a few looks with pinks and blues and things recently, so I'm going to do more yellows and oranges in this one. I'll probably use it again for other looks, but I don't want to cram all the different colours on my eyes in this one. So just to give you a bit of a story about what happened with the palette. So, due to the delay, the first thing I noticed when I opened the package was that I also have one of these inside, and I've already got one, so I now have 2. So one of them will be going in a future giveaway for you guys if you're interested in that. When I hit a goal, and I haven't really decided when that will be or what sort of goal it will be, but I'll keep that one to one side because I think it's discontinued now. So, but that was so nice for someone to do that. She doesn't have to do that, you know. It's a nice thing that indie brands do, is that they really want to maintain that relationship that they've got with their customers and build their brand that way, which I really appreciate. But when I got the palette, I did have a little issue, so that's one of the reasons why I didn't film with it straight away as well, is that there is a very, very strong smell coming from this palette, and I Instagram messaged Salma to say I'm a little bit scared to put this on my eyes because it's a horrible scent to the palette, and so she said, hang on, I'll go and have a look at the other ones I've got here. And she said she could see what I meant and that there was quite a strong odour coming from the palette, but she believed it was glue. So she reached out to the manufacturers. They said it is the glue that they've used for the pans. And I've got the Layla 2 palette as well. It's this one here, not filmed with it yet, but that one doesn't have the same smell to it. So I was just a bit concerned. I was like, you know, is there anything wrong with these shadows? But she assured me that there wasn't, but she said if I wanted a refund, I could have a refund, or I could have an exchange of palette. But she said it's likely that if I sent this palette back, I'd get another one that smelled as strong, and that the manufacturers had said that the glue they've used is particularly, you know, a strong smell to it, and just leave the palette for a while and see what happens. Or I could just return it. So I decided to keep it because I really wanted it. I've waited a long time for it, so I wanted it. And it still does smell a little bit, but not nearly so bad as it did last week. So I think it is the glue that they've used, and we're going to put it on our eyes today. So I'm confident enough to do that. And I didn't want to make the video without having, first of all, given Salma a chance to answer what the smell was about. I didn't want to come on there with a clickbaity video saying, oh my god, this smells awful. You know, that's not what I'm about. So I really wanted to reach out to her first and see, A, would I be able to get a refund if I wanted to? Would I be able to get an exchange? Did she think there's anything wrong with the palette? And she came back to me within 2 hours, which I think, you know, that's awesome service. And then today, out of the blue, she messaged, no, yesterday she came back to me out of the blue, so probably nearly a week later, saying, how is the palette doing now, and are you happy? You know, and that's just incredible to me. So I said, well, I haven't had a chance to try it, so I'll have a look. So I messaged her today and she said she's so happy that it's worked out well for me. So just wanted to give you that background, just so that you know what company you are dealing with there, and that they do really care about their customers. So anyway, that was a hell of a long intro, but I just wanted you to get the full story on that. So what we're going to do, as I say, is create a look with the palette. So I'll scooch you in a bit to do that. I'm going to apply some eyeshadow primer because I've not done it yet, which is why my eyelids are looking so veiny and red. But I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk as my primer, because these are pastel shades. I want to give them the best chance to pop. So I'm going to scooch you in and do that, and then we'll get started on an eye look. So as I say, I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil as my base, and I'm going to heavy focus that on my lids, but then sheer it out as it gets higher up towards my brow, which is kind of what I do if I use this. And I work fast with it and blend it out with a brush, and that works quite well for me. And if I don't take it too high up, I don't have then too many issues with it looking too white towards my brow, which can look a bit strange. But it does really work well as a base. I like this as a base. Whilst I'm doing the eye look, I'm going to have a little chat to you guys, get ready with me style, I think, just to tell you what's been going on. So if you didn't see my post on Instagram, I lost my cat. I had to make the heartbreaking decision of putting her to sleep, which I wouldn't wish on anyone to have to do, and it's the 4th time I've had to do that in my time keeping cats, and it doesn't get any easier. So her name was Bacardi. I used to have, all my cats used to be named after drink. So she's the last of the drink cats actually, but she was one of 5 in a litter, and we had 3 of that litter, and her siblings, one of them disappeared when he was 10, and one of them we had to have put to sleep at 15, but she was 19. So I've had her the whole time I've lived in this particular house. She's been through a lot of good times and bad with us, and I kind of knew there was something not quite right because she was meowing constantly, and I think I've mentioned that in other videos, but yeah, she just lost lots of weight, wouldn't eat, and the quality of life had just really gone down, and then she couldn't move or stand. So yeah, so I took the decision last Sunday to have her put to sleep, and I've not really wanted to film. I filmed a little bit. I filmed the end of a 3 looks 1 palette that I promised that I would get done for you guys, but really have to apologise for my absence. But I just needed time just to reflect on things and just get myself in a better headspace, if you know what I mean. But I'm feeling so much better today. So right, so what we're going to do then is we're going to start the look off with the orange shade, which is called Tonya, and I've got a smallish fluffy brush to begin that with. I've already kind of dipped my fingers into these to see what they would be like, and they are pretty pigmented. I wouldn't call this a pastel, if I'm honest. Not on my skin tone anyway. Certainly a pretty bright orange, but it's very, very beautiful. That has fallen down onto my lid, but it's not going to matter. It's fine. Beautiful shade though. Just going to pat that in my crease and then blend it out over that white. Trying to decide how dramatic to go in the outer corner, but I think I will bring that out quite a way. These are a really, really nice formula. They're blending nice, but super pigmented as well. as I say, I'm not convinced that I would call this a pastel because it's pretty dark, but then I don't think they're necessarily designed for someone as light in skin tone as I am, which is pretty much a ghost, to be honest. I'm really trying to build up that colour and really get that orange to be the focus of the look. I've been watching all these people using the Colourpop Orangey Glad palette. You know, one of their £9 palettes that Colourpop are bringing out one a week of at the moment. And oh, I was tempted on that one. I love orange eyeshadow. But now, having seen that, I don't think I need it. We've also got some wine going on today. It's Saturday night, so I'm going to progressively get more drunk as I do this eye look, so that might not be a good thing, but just wanted to relax a little bit tonight. To blend that out a little bit, I've just got a Real Techniques brush here, and I'm going to go into the shade Imrana, so that one there. It's a very nice shade of yellow. There's two yellows in the palette. One's more sort of vibrant yellow, one's a bit more of a mustardy yellow, so I'm going in with this one. I'm going to go above that shade, sort of 50% on it and 50% above it. It's going to be one of these looks that I won't have very much eye space left by the time I've finished. Like, I'll be gone right up to my brows, I think. But that again is a gorgeous shade, and it's giving me a nice gradient of one to the other. This was seriously worth the wait, and I'm glad I didn't return it. It's a shame it's limited edition because I know I'm not going to be able to use it, or I can use it, but you guys won't be able to unless you've got the palette play along with the same product, which is a shame. Right, to deepen that crease area, I'm going to stay with the same brush I started with the orange, but I'm going to go into Sheridan, which is this reddish colour. It's a reddish pink, it's an interesting colour. There's some tones in this palette that I don't have, which doesn't happen often because I have a lot of eyeshadow. So I'm going to take that onto my lids and intensify my crease with that shade and really build that up. I'm not getting any fallout either. Don't know if you guys have noticed that, but that's another thing that's amazing about Blush Tribe shadows. Like, they seem quite hard pressed, like they're not particularly kick-uppy in the pan, but they blend really well, they're pigmented. Okay, and then coming in towards my nose a little bit here, I'm going to go in with the lighter of the yellow shades, which that one's called Caitlin. Blend it into that orange that I've already put down and bring that down. And then I am going to cut the crease because I want to use one of the shimmers, and I need to cover up some of this matte shadow that's fallen onto my lid space. So just going in with the Revolution concealer and my cut crease brush from Sigma. And then on those outer corners where the concealer meets the shadow, I'm going to go in with that Sheridan shade and I'm going to pack that on. It's got a pretty tone to it, packed on like that, over a bit more of a sticky base. Yeah, I love that shade. Right, now I'm going to go in with the gold shade Onika. Probably butchering that name, but I'm going to pack that over the concealer. Just spraying that with some setting spray actually, just to, yeah, there we go, that's better. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to go in again with the NYX Jumbo Pencil, because I just want to give myself a little bit of a base on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go with a shimmery lower lash, so I'm going to go in with Mimo, so the green there. And just at the edges where that meets, I'm just going to go in with that Sheridan shade again, which is probably breaking all the rules of colour theory, but I'm doing it anyway. Just taking that underneath it and about to the middle. And then in my waterline, I'm going to take this pencil, Calm Mood by Linda Hallberg. Okay, so that's the look right now. I'm just going to do my liner, mascara and a lip for the look, and then I'll be back with you to show you the finished look for this one. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. Love that orange. I really love that orange shade. It's the star of the show in this look, I think, and I quite like the green lower lash. I don't do shimmery lower lash too often, so not completely shimmery like that. So the lipstick I've paired it with is another Anastasia one. I love their liquid lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Ashton. I thought it had quite a nice orangey vibe while still being a neutral, so I didn't want a bright orange lipstick with bright orange eyes, so I thought it kind of pulled out the vibe of the orange but is still wearable as such. So my initial thoughts on the palette then, obviously I've not used every shade that's in it, and I've deliberately stayed away from more the pinks because I've done a lot of pinks and a lot of blues lately and just gone really more for these shades. In fact, I've used all of the middle shades in this look. And the orange and that Sheridan shade, those two are definitely my favourites out of the palette so far. The shade that's supposed to be a special gold, it's nice. I don't know if it's like blow me away. I thought it would be a bit more shimmery, a bit more impactful than it is actually, but you know, it's nice, it looks okay. I think it will pair very well with a lot of the pinks and oranges and yellows, so I understand why it's there. And it's nice to have shimmer shades in a pastel palette. I think they're a lot more pigmented than what I would class as pastels, though, particularly these oranges. I am eager to play in the blue zone. There's two shimmers in the blues, and one's sort of a bit more of an azure kind of colour and one's a bit more of a greeny blue. They're both really pretty shimmers. So I might do something exclusively blue the next time I play with this, or perhaps blend it out with a little bit of pink underneath, something like that. But not upset that I bought it. Really enjoying it so far. So did any of you pick this one up, or because it was limited edition, did you skip it? I'd love to know. And what did you think of the look? Sound off down below, guys. I'd love to chat makeup with you. But that'll be all for this first impressions. If you'd like to see any more looks with the palette, then please do let me know. I'd love to know what you guys want to see. But other than that, I hope you're having a fabulous day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!